Okay, hi everybody. My name is Sydney Hunter, and this is my story. A baby girl born first of 3 girls to a single mother living in St. Paul, Minnesota. Growing up in a neighborhood where selling drugs and being in a gang was the only option, and education was not a priority. My mother worked hard, and we eventually moved so that being in a gang and selling drugs was not an option for me, but education was my only priority. I grew up learning to be independent, but I had a hard time understanding as to why things happened, as why my mom left my dad, and why people around me failed to succeed in life. With those questions remaining in my mind, I was determined to find the answers. As I grew older, it became harder and harder for me. Peer pressure to do things that would hurt my future, like smoke weed, drink, and skip classes. I began doing some of those things, not knowing the consequences I would face for my actions, but rather the rush that I would get from doing them. Until one day, I realized that those people around me that were doing those things were not knowing that what they were doing was not hurting anybody else, but hurting themselves, as well as their future. So I removed myself from that group of people and began to look for ways that I could move myself forward, as well as create a brighter future for myself. In doing that, I found Genesys Works, a program I figured would help me move forward and benefit me in the long run. After finding out that I was accepted into the program, it made me feel one step closer to reaching the goals I set for myself. It motivated me to prove that I had what it takes to become a professional, successful young individual. Each day I attended Genesys Works, I became more and more confident in who I was becoming as a person, as far as support from my peers and the environment that I was in. In previous places and schools, I felt like they were working against me, but Genesys Works made it clear that they were here to work with me and to push me to my full potential to get to where I want to be and reach those goals that I have set for myself. Now, I feel like I can do those things that I always thought I wouldn't be able to do. It opened the door to my thoughts of setting higher expectations for myself, like learning to be more openly communicative with people, finish my last year of high school on a good note, as well as create a brighter future for myself. It also helped me make the choices that would help me bring myself to success in life, where I can say I made something of myself, as well as help build a foundation for future successful generations. I was a seed that wouldn't grow, that had the water to sprout, but not the sunlight to bloom into the flower that I could potentially be. Being in Genesys Works was the sunlight that helped me grow into the beautiful flower I am today. Blooming with ideas, positive energy, hard work, and knowledge just waiting to share with the world. Remember that the choices you make will affect you in the future. We all made that choice to be in Genesys Works. Look at us now. We are breaking through.